Alright, we're live again. Good stuff. We unfortunately couldn't show the third quarter-final today. We have skipped straight into quarter-final 4. Quarter-final 3 is currently being played, but it will be offline and the results will be reported. Nice. Looking forward to this one. Just one member of New Guild 2 left to join. Game Trade Market and New Guild 2 looking for a spot in the next part of proceedings, the semi-finals.
Yeah, we're getting close to what could possibly be the ending of everything. Tomorrow's going to be the last day. 2 semifinals matches and finals for season 7. And yep, it's all gonna water down to just 4. That is if we know who's going to be the victor of quarterfinals 3, right?
Yeah, we'll learn that very soon. Their game should be getting underway right about now. Unfortunately, won't be able to bring that one to you live, but we will get you the results, and you will see the winner in the semi-finals. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, so hopefully that we can get into action right away as we wait for the last member of New Guild 2 to go into the lobby. I've been looking back at the statistics now, and Bruno is actually the most picked with 8 out of 3 bans, so like 11 total appearances, which is the most. But for as much of a as good as a hero that he is currently in this meta, he actually has a 50% win rate.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but then again, him being picked just goes to show the amount of favor that Bruno has in this meta. I mean, come on, the balls hurt, the crit damages. No, just putting those balls in your face. Pause.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of balls kicked in the last few games. Yep, we still await one more person. Guapo's asking if check ping or not.
I think we should go straight into the game.
Yeah, I invited him to. Yeah, I invited him to check ping a long time ago.
Yeah, we checked ping a while ago,
and
I believe...
I did at him.
Yeah, we did it a while ago, so yeah, I don't think there is a need, and I do believe that is all good ping, so most likely is going to be the same coming into this matchup, as the final member of New Guild 2 is going to be already in the lobby. Gonna wait for everyone to tap on ready, and we can start off with this last matchup of the night. Also, another bit of data that I have tallied, Edith is actually the second most, together with Diggy, but Edith is banned more. So yeah, she has 9 total appearances with 6 picks, also having 50% win rate. And yeah, I have been seeing a lot of Edith as well, her being very tanky and have a lot of damage output when she uses her ultimate. Very devastating to go against, especially if Edith is in a good position to get those free hits and literally punish the opposition and like just go through anyone that goes her way.
That's the one. We've seen a lot of that throughout the tournament and looking forward to seeing what the picks are.
If I were to predict, my memory is kind of fuzzy. I'm not sure like who picked what specifically, but if I have to go through a general sense, maybe the Martis could get another ban as well. I believe. Again, gonna get the general sense of the meta. Bruno Diggy still out there as everyone is ready, and I believe we can start
We
the
can.
game now.
We can go.
Right, we're gonna start off the draft picks in this matchup, and like I said, we're gonna have to predict, this type of meta. So most likely it's going to be the Bruno Diggy, but the Fanny is also going to be banned. Also has a higher chance of being banned as well. If not, I can see, Varia or Edith as well. And like I said, it's gonna be a Fanny. Cannot risk a really good Fanny user to fly all over your faces.
That's the one. It's been a crazy load of matches when Fanny does get involved, so the ban makes a lot of sense there. Hey everyone over on the streams, welcome to the YouTube, welcome to the Facebook page. This is the final match of the day, quarterfinal number 4, Game Trade 2, New Guild 2. And I'll let Ray Ash cover the picks and the bans.
Yes, indeed. Like I said, the Fanny is it's more of an auto ban at this point because she's only picked once, and she has been banned a total of 8 times. Excuse me. And I am not sure if I did mention her before, the Kadita, also a really good mage in this meta. Full of burst damage, as well as the Novaria with a lot of range and vision potential, and like I said before, the Bruno being banned out. For New Guild, they don't want to see it in action, and they are a second pick, so they do not want to risk a really huge amount of DPS, especially in the early game, like what we saw in the past few matches.
Exactly, it's a very smart ban, and we don't even need to talk about why too much. It's been clear for all to see, right?
Yeah, very clear, crystal clear, as we're going to see a first pick and a support already with the Florin.
Nice, okay. And we head over to New Guild for their picks. Guapo, the captain.
Edith is still open. Edith is open. It's a higher chance, but I stand corrected. It's going to be the Leslie and the Link. So deploying the damage output already, right off the bat. And yeah, gonna look for burst damage. The Ling is capable of doing that as well as the Leslie with the true damage. And hopefully that they can try, from what I'm seeing, is that they want to out damage the healing that the Florin could provide, especially in the late game, because Florin's healing is actually way too strong, especially in the late game, and not to mention the fact that it is global, so like wherever you are in the map, you're gonna get healing from somewhere. That's why Florin is a really good pick, and to complement that, it is the Farsa and the Fredrin. Now Farsa is really good in this situation because she can outrange the Leslie, because from the feathered airstrike, and Fredrin, a jungler, answer to one of the better tank junglers out there, in charge of dealing a lot of damage when he takes a lot of damage, and with the objective securing capabilities of his ultimate. Now to answer that one is going to be the XP pick. It's going to be the X-Borg. Now one of the better answers when going against some sort of tanky lineups because of the true damage. So it's a double whammy on true damage for the side of New Guild. And we're gonna switch over onto the second phase of the bans. They are missing a marksman, and it's going to be the Beatrix. Right, gonna choke out one option there. Really good DPS is gonna be able to take down the Link, so they don't want to see that anymore. And considering that they have good amounts of ultimates, they banned the Valentina. So no more ult ceiling. The Feathered Airstrike and the blue from the Florin seems to be a very good choice in terms of team fights. So that's out of the picture. Second phase. Now the Harith. Usually we would see Harith in the gold lane, but nowadays in this tournament specifically, being deployed in the mid lane. So again, capable of doing true damage as well if he buys the Stolium Scythe that deals true damage with your next basic attack after using a skill. So this is a full-on damage output once again from New Guild 2, and they're gonna answer that with a little bit more tankiness, I guess. Rome, I believe it's going to go on the gold lane? Question mark. So no marksman if you don't count the Edith. So yeah, very questionable. I'm actually flummoxed by this decision. Double quote unquote fighter setup, which makes the Fredrin a lot of question marks right now in my head from GTM2 as they close the draft out with DeFranco. So what do you think? I've been blabbering a lot, so
Yeah, I am not well
clear
skilled
thoughts.
enough to think it's an odd. I don't think it's so odd, but that's because I don't have the knowledge. You are probably correct in that, like, yeah, we haven't seen that. Florin, Fredrin, Chow, Farsa, Edith, Leslie, Harith, Exborg, Franco, and Ling. So which is the most specifically odd pick, do you think?
Well, it is two. It is the Edith and the Cho because they're missing a marksman, so one of them has to go into the gold lane. Considering that Cho is rocking the concussive blast, it's most possibly that he will go into the XP lane as a tank as a tank XP laner. But another swerve that I'm thinking of is Farsa in the gold lane and Cho and Florin being the duo into the mid lane. But we will see in this matchup for this final match of the night, GTM2 versus New Guild 2, and I believe that is going to be the tank Cho onto the XP lane, and traditionally Farsa and Florin onto the mid lane. And yep, Amir's start right now. Tan on the orange and Sip for Sophie on the purple. So, you know, in this case, with your limited knowledge, how is it going to transpire as he gets the hook and the flicker out of here and attempts to try to choke out Sim for Sophie?
Yeah, I think it's going to be
You know.
very interesting, as you've pointed out. It's really hard without a marksman. It's really hard without ranged attacks.
Well, technically they do have ranged attacks, but it's like at a limited time, and that is the Edith going into the gold lane.
Right.
Now, in terms of poke damage, pre-level 4, I think Leslie gets the upper hand, even though Edith has the better wave clear, and they do really need a lot of protection onto Leslie if they really want to set sail, because their team composition really relies on damage output and true damage. So once they get into the late game, they're gonna have enough items to burst anyone down the stands on this side, whether it be the Cho with the tank items, whether it be the Fredrin, or even the Edith. Because despite being gold laner, relying on damage output, she is still gonna have to build tank items in order to deal damage, because that is her scaling.
That makes sense for sure. So, yeah, like if the other team know that, they can try and counter it. And what will they be looking to do?
And probably they know if they're gonna, apply pressure already onto the bottom side of the map. They're double knock up with the Earth Shatter, trying to keep everyone at bay. But look at that suplex. Viajero taken very low. Harris in a predicament there. And basic attack on the floor and getting the first blood and make that another one. Sim for Sophie taking that kill. And that is a really good punish for GTM2. Really trying to ease up the pressure for the Leslie to get a bit of a more leeway into the middle portions of the game by trying to choke out the Edith. And in exchange, they actually sacrifice lives.
Yeah, and it was 2 kills, and as you were pointing out, that is like they were trying to get aggressive, but sometimes it's like counter to the counter. Run back to the tower if you know they're coming for you. And then
Yeah, they really deep pause. But for Sophie, Retribution combo to secure that turtle there, and as well as Guapo flickering in, Jazz Teen really trying to keep everyone at bay and apply the healings and the crowd control. So still, really swimming start for GTM so far.
Yep, impressive use of what they've got, and they'll be looking for ways to take advantage, whereas New Guild 2 need
Oh,
That. They need that. And,
Nairobi.
yeah,
Nairobi actually got too close for comfort there. So, yep, that is a kill going over to the Franco. Not, a kill is a kill, but you would really want to give it over to the Leslie there, Uthred, because she's gonna need the items, and that is what trumps them. But hold on a minute, there are 3v1. Justine has no business in going there. A lot of members there, so you're gonna get bursted down. You don't have any defense items, good sir.
I love your incomprehension at what just happened there. And yeah, that was a bad spot to be. And a little team fight broke out, but both teams mostly disengaging.
But look at the X-Borg there. And not. But Chang says not. Yeah, he doesn't want to get the kill. Doesn't want to get overheated by the X-Borg there. So yeah. Harking back into the last kill, the last death that Edith got, like she really wanted to build up her stacks. You see that white bar at the bottom of her HP bar? It was gone there. But the more damage you take, the more damage that you will deal when you turn into a marksman. When she goes out of her mecha suit there, but the way the dragon there, gonna take. Hold on a minute. Oh my god, there's a lot of everything there happening. Now we got a bite and the poke damage from the Ling. No casualties so far, and they're going back. They're gonna disengage because it's in preparation of the second turtle of the game. Now, what they really need to do is just keep on farming there. The Ling, Leslie, and the Harith. They really need they have the potential to deal a lot of true damage. So once they get into the late game, it's most possibly going to be in the favor of New Guild. But right now in the early game, it's really going in favor of GTM. But will it fall? Will it fall off at this very moment?
Not quite yet, and Justine having to back up there on low life. Simp for Sophie being risky, playing aggressive, gets chained.
Going into the back line to kill off the support, Tantan there, but that is too much. Oh, you're gonna punish. That's just not fast enough hands, my boy. And meanwhile, Nairobi really trying to get the push onto the bottom lane now. Like everything was going on, Uthred even left their lane. So that gave Nairobi a really good opportunity to chip down the bottom turret.
Yep, and that takes us to 4-4 on kills. And level on gold, very even start to the match, but as you pointed out, New Guild might be more suited to taking this late, so GTM will be looking to try and push advantage right now.
Yeah, they really wanted to push the advantage. I expected the GTM to be more of the aggressors because of the better early game control. Excuse me. But New Guild really trying to go deep. They did get punished in the early game, because that's what they wanted to do, is try to get advantages early on. Like they're better suited in the late game, but they want to get to late game earlier, if you know what I mean.
Makes a lot of sense. And there goes another hero off screen. I wasn't checking over there. Chang goes down. That takes it to 5-4 now for New Guild 2.
Yep, that is a tier 1 up on top, getting taken down as we set sail onto the third turn of the game with the Frederick airstrike. Gonna burst down Byakuero. Yep, Byakuero. I forgot the Japanese word for death. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about it anymore. But
I hope you're not waiting for me to say it, because I don't know either.
That's insanity.
That's funny.
I literally had a mental block there. As if for Sophie, a Praise's Wrath Retribution combo, and Nas does not have the Farag armor, still goes out safely, but the suplex and the power bomb there, but the flicker into the turret. Really good punish from Guapo. Guapo moves, my guy, but he gets taken out as well. Except for Sophie, and there's another last insanity. Will he taken out? No, Nairobi in marksman form. The Wrath, feel the Wrath, as well as the Appraiser's Wrath.
Oof. And just got away there as well. Lucky.
Tempest Ablaze, will it be enough damage there? Evading the power bomb. Almost taking down CJ, but Finch poise. He really wants to look for the Farsa, but she is inside the bush safely to recall.
Nice. And yeah, interesting game so far. Basically level. Obviously the two towers going over to New Guild. But look at the gold, look at the kills. We are close. Oh, and as I say that, one turret immediately goes over to Game Trade Market 2, making it even closer.
Well, GTM is still at a turret deficit because both of their tier 1 sides have fallen
Yep.
compared to the one on top. So
Yep, but still very close.
bit of a slow control, but look at the Edith there. Double kill! Double kill! What? Okay.
Wow.
That is the reason why she is put in the golden and another suplex. Biakero, purifying out of here. The hook onto the Fedrin does not have the bite or does not want to commit because their turret, their tier 2 on top, is gonna get taken down anyway. Meanwhile on bot, Tantan defending bot lane. Chang really want to give that push. That's a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of damage from one hit. Chang doing some immense work there, even though he's down
And
2
I
levels.
stand corrected. Also, I stand corrected on the build of the show. Despite the concussive blast, he is building damage. I'm gonna check the emblem set. He does have tank emblem with Festival of Blood. So, yeah, a little bit of more of a hybrid path for the show. And it's actually really it's really working out for him. The Bloom tried to heal up Chaeng, but Chaeng is gonna be no more. So yeah, a lot of members up on bot, which means there's so much commotion. They're gonna burst down the Lord A-OK.
Yeah, they got it without any challenge just because of where Red Team had gone. But CJ's in trouble here, gets away, but it's gonna die probably.
Flicker in, and the previous round giving Anos a double kill. Will Cypher Sophie be the next casualty as the ultimate snipe, Tantan as well.
There it goes.
And actually gets down. Only Nairobi, the gold laner, the tanky gold laner. The pure damage output of the lineup still alive. Now, that's what I've been saying, that they are more favored into the late game, and that is showing despite the few hundred gold deficit. But they are setting sail into the late game.
And
It still looks to be even.
yes, for
Mind
now,
you.
they have burnt down the Lord very quickly there, first Lord of the game, so real easy, and Tantan is invading.
Yeah, you know, my confusion on the lineup of GTM2 actually, you know, kind of resonates with what's going on with New Guild's mind. Like, who is the gold laner? Who is the tank? Chang over there, he was rocking the tank emblem, but still going over with damage. So in the early game, he's actually really tanky. So like being able to survive. But despite being 0-3, he did his job, by the way. Where like showing himself onto the bot lane, the opposite side of the Lord. He basically gave an opening for his team to push down that Lord because he was given the attention. He was trying to push down our bot lane. And like, hey everyone, I'm here, try to kill me. But psych, we have the Lord in exchange.
Yep, good play for sure. And we have an interesting. Tantan's already level 15, incredible.
At 12 minutes, so yep, really ahead in farm. 8k gold lead, so like 8k gold in 11 minutes is, you know, not too shabby, but not too like overwhelming.
Not too insane either, yeah. Yep.
Level 15 though. Level 15 is actually a really good feat to have as a jungler because you're really trying to get your skills up, the amount of damage output and the base damage as well, and even the cooldowns. Just basically everything that you really want from having to get levels up there at the top of the blaze there. And the power bomb, the Blue trying to heal everyone up, trying to catch the Ling, he gets knocked up, he dashes out of here. Another power bomb on the X-Borg, Faraga armor being depleted there, and the hook! Get over here, Justine! Gonna get sent to hell. The Florin is out, no more healing, and they're gonna have to be forced to disengage.
Yeah, they probably should have disengaged a split second earlier not to lose that death there, but yeah. Hindsight's 2020, we have another Lord coming in 10 seconds, and obviously New Guild are in a comfortable position to get it.
Yeah, no support available for the next 5 seconds. You know, shouldn't even matter anyway. And they are working on the Lord, but look at bot lane. Chang applying the pressure there, and the X-Borg forced to answer. So, Yeah, then again, you have the split push potential, Chang building damage, meaning that, you know, you have one of them being damage dealers, but the question is range. And you do have Nairobi, and mind you that they did a really good play with a double kill up on top a while ago. And Nairobi is going to be the main damage dealer because he has the Feather of Heaven, some tank items, and the Inspire. So the moment that they use the Primal Wrath, when she goes into marksman form, she's gonna be able to burst everyone down. But when is the best time to do it? Because Lord down to 30% there, and everyone's gonna go for the fight. Uthred, the marksman goes down, and a knockup from the Lord, taking everyone. Justine gonna fall as well. CJ depleting the immortality there. Who's gonna take the Lord? It's gonna be Tantan, the red team. Guild 2 secures the Lord, and Chang gonna take down the X-Borg.
Wow.
And yeah, 2-to-1 trade. But the Lord going over to New Guild 2, like I said. Now, how will they prepare for this? Because they did sacrifice a roamer, which is one of the bare minimums of a trade. But, like, winning the team fight, maybe. But you do have the Lord to answer, as they took down tier 2 up on mid. It's still a toss-up in my opinion.
Yep, still a very close game, an impressive one. Both teams pulling off sneaky little things at different times, and both.
Oh, we gotta hook Simper Sophie, Biaquero y Guapo. Simper Sophie trying to commit Grand Theft Purple, but I say Nana.
Oof. Okay, and the Lord is burnt down.
Yeah, like, when I say Grand Theft Purple, it actually went in favor to Tantan. They stole the opposite purple on the blue side. So, yep, no purple for the Fredrin. But then again, it's a Fredrin, you're still acting as a tank despite being a jungler. But actually, spot stealing knocks him down off the wall. Tantan does not want anything to do with it. He is alone, but look at the members up on top. Or them trying to look for a tactical play. They are in unison. They are packed. Guapo, I believe, will use a conceal play. Conceal play. There it is. They're gonna suffice. But for Sophie, oh, get over here. There's gonna be the bite. That's gonna be the pick off that they wanted. For Sophie goes down with no way to answer that. So, is it worth it? Maybe. The jungler is down, but I don't think there's any kind of objectives to be contested as of the moment, but a kill is a kill, so like, why not? But you're gonna have to wait a little more than like 70 seconds to have a concealed play being used again as he gets suplexed and powerbombed by the Nairobi. But, no, nothing of significance so far in this team fight. Again, they're a man advantage so far is New Guild, and committing Grand Theft Purple once again. Really giving Tantan the luxury of the purple buff to keep on dashing around. Now, if we are approaching the late game, we have approached the late game. We're gonna get a little bit of an item check, because the Leslie already farmed, the Harris already farmed as well, Ling already full build, level 15. Get over here, the Edith, but the Bloom, will it be enough? No, the Wrath is already there. Last Insanity gonna be exploded. Biancheno is gonna fall. Only one casualty of a New Guild, and the burst damage onto Justine. But really, he really wants to heal up, and there it is. Will it be enough? Chang falls. Make that another. Uthred is gonna fall as well. 2-1 trade so far, and another hook up on Guapo. Guapo, hell no! Get a knock up. He's almost broken in half. He's broken into tenths. And right now, DTM2 up in the advantage. 2 defenders left, X-Boy and Franco, but wise move. Wise move from the Link to cut that lane. They're waiting for the minions, but Tantan says, Nana, you ain't getting that push, my guy. But they have lost the team fight up at that point, which means they're going for the go signal to get that Lord. Which Lord is it? Third Lord.
Indeed.
Third Lord, I don't think they're gonna be in time.
Yeah, they're not going to get there quick enough.
Yeah, they lost the team fight. They need to have some time to recuperate there. But the last Insanity, down with the Blaze there, dividing the team fight on all cylinders. Tantan gonna fall from the airstrike. Make that an immortality pop onto the X-Borg. Will the spell down be enough? No, it will not. 2 pickups. The X-Borg and the Ling. 5 whole members of GTM2 trying to seek out the advantage there. The Lord coming up on mid. 3 defenders, Biakero, Uzred, Guapo. Will they make the play of a lifetime there? Will the damage be enough there? No, it will not. Hold on a minute. Oh, the friendly ice strike. They're getting whittled down. Nairobi with the free hits without the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna advance to the semifinals.
What a match. What a match indeed. So Game Trade Market 2 goes through to the semi-finals. We are literally just waiting on one match to finish. I've lost my voice a little bit from the last 3 days. We're waiting on Before We Know It 2 and Glory Guild 1 to finish, which will tell us everything we need to know for the semi-finals. At the moment, it's New Guild 1 versus Tag Inc. And on the other side, Game Trade Market 2 have made it through to the other side, and they will face the winner of Glory Guild 1 versus Before We Know It 2. Do you want to go over the stats a little bit there?
Yeah, really unorthodox draft that even I couldn't comprehend up until now. The intentions of trying to misdirect on who is going to go where, which endless they're gonna take, and which, who is going to be the true damage output of the lineup. In this case, is going to be the Edith. Now, the sidling choices is what really boggles me, and that's what's very interesting about the lineup. You see, Chang expected to be the tank XP laner, usually the more pro quote unquote style of an XP lane Cho, but went for damage. The Blade of Heptases, the Blade of Despair, full of damage output, but like what you see in the ranked games.
Yep.
And in a way, it kind of worked in their favor because Chang did their job, just trying to apply lane pressure and just try to give the distractions give distractions to New Guild 2 to give the rest of the team an advantage for objective takes.
Yeah,
and the gold laner being Nairobi. My god. We don't have a proper marksman, but they do have a marksman nonetheless, and that is the Edith. Now, the scaling is so high for defense items because she does have the Feather of Heaven, the only magic item that gives attack speed, which Edith really needs in order to deal a lot of damage, and that is exactly what she did. Not a lot of control. They do have, for New Guild 2, they do have a lot of damage, but not a lot of control. The only source of crowd control is the Franco. You only have that one Bloody Hunt, and that is it.
Yep.
And if they get that one guy, then they die or whatever, so be it. They do have other members to worry about. Ursa, the long range. That is why they picked it to counteract the Leslie, as well as maybe the Ling. The Ling did very well, but yeah, there's just too much control on the side of GTM2 because the Fredrin really standing tall as the main frontliner of the lineup, as well as the Florin. Noble sacrifices, I should say, because she died the most amount of times, only because of her getting hooked by the Franco multiple times. And then she's just a healer. So what are you gonna do with me? Why me? Why me? You have other people to worry about, right?
Right.
Joe's gonna get the lane pressure, but if you don't answer to Edith, she's gonna engage, and then when the time is right, she's gonna go marksman mode and go ratatatata on everyone to melt everyone down. You see that double kill up on top, remember? Bursting them down. 2v1 situation, and her being the gold lane, the farm, the eggs goes onto the Edith basket, and that is why she is the MVP with full-on damage output, dealing the most damage of the game, more than the Farsa, 66k, 29%, and taking as much damage as well. So yeah, she's a tank, she's a damage dealer, and that is why Edith is kind of broken right now in this current meta.
That's for sure, but I mean, both teams have the chance to ban, so that's just one of those things where when New Guild 2 watch this back, if they ever have to play Game Trade Market again, I'm sure they will definitely ban that. So yeah, great analysis there. I had a look at the stats too. 66k is wild. Impressive game all round from both teams. It was a fun match the whole way through. And even though New Guild are going home, they still have New Guild 1 in the semi-finals. and New Guild 2 will surely be back for the next season. Absolute pleasure to cast with you today, Rayash. We will be
Pleasure
back
too.
tomorrow for the semi-finals and finals. Schedule and bracket to be posted very shortly. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks to our players. Thanks to our assistants. Thanks to our co-host Ray Ash. We will see you tomorrow for the semis and the